Hello friends, welcome back to another studio vlog. If this is your first time here, my name's Heather. I'm the owner of Charming Chapters, which is a small bookish business located in North Dakota. And this week is going to be another busy one. We are going to be sewing all kinds of book sleeves. We're going to be getting ready for our big holiday sale, which starts next week. By the time this vlog goes live, our sale will actually already be happening, but we're going to be prepping for that this week and just doing all kinds of things. If you watched last week's video, we went and saw Rebecca Yaros. We met her in Denver and got to go to a VIP book signing at the Colorado Avalanche hockey game. If you aren't familiar with Rebecca Yaros, I highly recommend checking her out if you are into fantasy books. And you know, it was really fun because it wasn't something that you would normally see together, hockey and books, but for my husband and I, it was perfect. We absolutely love hockey games. We try and go to as many local ones as we can. We haven't done a whole lot in the last year or so just because Luna was a puppy and we didn't leave her home a lot. So now that we're out on the farm, I don't know how many we'll make it to this year either, but we do like to try and watch them online if we can't make it to games too. And then of course, we're big Minnesota Wild fans as well, so we like going to those games once in a while. So it was really fun to go to a book signing at a hockey game. But if you want to see more about that, like I said, you can watch last week's video. I didn't do a studio vlog last week. Instead, I recorded our trip to Denver. So it was kind of weird not filming for you guys last week. It was kind of lonely, I'm not gonna lie. Even though it was just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was doing all kinds of things. I'm like, oh, I could record. I'm like, oh, I don't need to record. So it was kind of different not recording for you guys last week, other than our trip, obviously. But I'm happy to be back and have you guys with me. It does get a little lonely, so having these videos make it feel like I have someone to talk to, especially since I live out on the farm in the middle of nowhere. So thank you guys for tuning in each week and keeping me company. I love seeing all your comments too. You guys have been so sweet, leaving me all kinds of comments, like how you found the channel, or when you guys place orders that you love watching the YouTube channel. So I really appreciate that. It makes my day when you guys leave little comments for me. But like I said, this week's gonna be a busy one. We have all kinds of things to do. Of course, we're gonna be working on book sleeves. Today we have a few orders. I think there are 5, 6 that we need to sew up for orders, so we'll get those done. And then we're going to continue working on our big book sleeve order. In case you aren't familiar with that, go back and check out the last vlog. You can't miss it. It's titled Sewing Over 175 Book Sleeves, and that'll have all the details of our big project that we're working on currently. So we're going to keep plugging away on that. And then to get ready for the sale next week, we need to do inventory. We need to do some photos. I didn't have a chance to take photos of the new Christmas ornaments that came in, so we need to do that. And then I was going to try and make up some mock-ups for our coffee cup gift sets, but I tried it out this morning and my husband said that it looks really fake. And I said, well, it's because it's a mock-up. So I think we're going to take some photos of that just so you guys have some actual photos of the items. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to try and do that this evening. Fingers crossed we'll have time. My husband did get his deer. If you turned into the last studio vlog, I mentioned that we were going to go deer hunting, and I did not get a deer, but my husband got one yesterday, so we need to process that and work on getting all that done. So like I said, hopefully we'll have some time to do photos tonight, but it's just kind of busy outside of the studio as well. It's a busy time of year for us, but yeah, we've got all kinds of things to do to get ready for the sale. We need to schedule the discounts. I want to put together some listings for some mystery grab bags. I know you guys always love those. And I'm thinking about bringing the Oop Scoops back as well. I probably won't record them, but I would like to bring them back just because you guys do enjoy those. So I want to try and get that done and all kinds of things to do. It's that time of year. So during the day, I'll mostly be sewing, and then the evenings we're going to be working on those kind of projects. So I'm not sure what I'll film for you guys throughout the week, but try and get some different things besides just sewing because it's pretty repetitive. I know I say that all the time, but it is. It's just part of the life of a book sleeve business. You always are sewing. But yeah, we are going to start on our orders, our book sleeve orders, get those done, get orders packed up. Post office opens at 1 o'clock today, so we'll have lots of time to get those done and packed up and over there. There have been lots of orders over the last week. I did not film any of them. I just wanted to get your guys' orders out as soon as I could. And that's probably how it's going to be for a few weeks here, just with the holiday rush. I would rather get your orders out to you guys rather than film them, just because with the holidays. I know processing times take a little bit longer with the UPS and post office and all that. So I want to get your order shipped as soon as I can and get those to you guys, especially since I know you guys are doing holiday shopping too. So, but yes, we're going to get all the orders done right now. So let's start on those book sleeves. I forgot to mention, like I said, didn't film last week. I forgot to mention that I did finish Thorn Season, the audiobook that we had started. Was it last week or the week before? Must have been the week before because we were talking about it in the last studio vlog. I did finish that. It was pretty good. I gave it about a 4-star rating. It wasn't like super exciting, but it was still a good read. The way the book ended, it makes me think that there's more books coming. So I'm kind of interested to listen to those. Last night when I was working on putting together Christmas ornaments and packaging, I started a new audiobook. So I started The Wolf King. I'll leave a little clip of the cover up here because I cannot say the author's last name. But it's been really good so far, really enjoying it. I'm not sure about the narrators though. They've got really strong accents and I feel like they're fake accents, but the story itself is good. So I've been cruising along on that, but that is what we are currently listening to. So we'll watch. So I'll listen to that here when we're working on our book sleeves and just cruise along and try and get your orders done. So I just got back from the post office and it's really cold and windy outside. Imagine that, windy in North Dakota, right? But it's definitely starting to feel like fall. It's really gloomy out too. Hair's probably all crazy from the wind. But I'm just gonna spend the rest of the afternoon working on our big order book sleeves, try and get a bunch more of those done. And then I'll be back this evening when we take photos of the Christmas ornaments and our coffee cup gift sets. So we'll catch you guys a little bit later. Hello again. As you can see, I've got the lighting kit set up. So when we took photos originally of these gift sets, I just did the outsides and I thought I'd be able to make up mock-ups that look pretty realistic, but my husband didn't think they looked very good. So we're gonna take apart the gift sets that we put together, take some photos, and then put them back together. If you hear Luna in the background, she's wanting to play ball right now, so might see her running around a little bit too. But anyways, we're gonna start taking photos of the coffee sets. I don't know if we'll get to the ornaments tonight or not. For that, I have to dig out the Christmas decorations, and my husband's not home right now. He's actually cutting up his deer, so I need his help to dig those out. So we'll see what time he gets home and how late it gets too. I think it's gonna take a little bit to do these gift sets here. So we're gonna start on those and get as many of those done as we can at least. Well, after playing around with these for a little bit, I don't think I'm gonna have choice but to do mock-ups. Here, let me show you what I mean. So the coffee mugs are round, so it doesn't work very well to show all 3 of these in the mug, because then you lose one, and these I can't stand up real well. Like they don't want to stand up very well. And then if I try and do a flat lay, the coffee mug is shiny, as well as the stickers. So then trying to do a photo overhead, I'm having troubles with that too. So I think we're just gonna do mock-ups. There's only one of each gift set, so it's not like I have a whole bunch of these. Sorry, don't mind the Luna hair in my shirt. I was playing with her a little bit ago. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of these. They're just gift sets, just something kind of fun to do for the holidays. So I think we are going to just do some mock-ups, but then I'm going to include actual photos of the individual items that are included in the gift sets, as well as the pictures of them all packaged up all cute in the holographic wrapper. Here, let me grab in their wrappers, because they look way cuter like that. So if you're going to give them as a gift, they're going to be adorable. But it's just trying to get a nice photo of everything all together like a gift set, because it's not going to be packaged in a box. I mean, it'll ship in a box, but they won't be packaged all cute in a box like the other gift sets. So I think we're just gonna have to work with what we've got and do mock-ups for all of these. Like I said, hopefully my husband will get home here shortly, and then we can dig out the Christmas decorations and do the ornament pictures real quick. It won't take very long. It's just, I gotta figure out where my pink Christmas stuff is. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm just gonna do some computer stuff, work on those mock-ups, and then we'll try taking the Christmas photos again tomorrow night, since it's getting a little later here. And I wanna use my time wisely, just because we're running out of time with the holidays coming up next week. So we'll catch you guys again tomorrow. We're gonna be working on our big stack of book sleeves, and then we're gonna take some photos, hopefully, too. Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm just working on last week's video by the time you guys watch this, but it was our video from our trip to go see Rebecca Yaros. I started filming a little bit of that and doing some voiceover stuff and putting that video together. So I was working on that already this morning. I did get up early with the intention of working on some more of the mock-ups, but the 2 sites that I use were down. I use Canva to put together all of my clips and stuff, and then there's another site that I use called Place It that has all kinds of different mock-ups, so I use that for the coffee mug. Then I take that image and put it into Canva and then do all the different mock-up pieces and stuff like that, because they have a background remover, so it's just a really cool tool. I use that all the time. But anyways, both of those sites were down. They have the same website host, so fortunately I didn't get very far on that, but I did get some photos edited this morning too. It was the photos from our new library card stationery. I haven't had a chance to get those added to Etsy and the website yet, so that is also on the to-do list before the big sale next week. So that's kind of what I've been working on this morning. For the rest of the day, we are going to be working on some book sleeves, of course. Looks like we had 2 orders come in, so we're gonna get those sewn up. I'm gonna get them packed up and taken over to the post office. And then we're gonna be working on our book sleeves for author Casey Blair. We are not quite a third of the way done. We're kind of cruising through that stack of book sleeves. With being gone 2 days last week, kind of put me behind a little bit with sewing. So now that I'm getting caught up on orders, we are going to be cruising along on the book sleeves for her. But yeah, we're going to get to sewing. We're going to make some book sleeves and see how many we can get done today. So I was just pulling fabric for the book sleeves that we need to sew today, and it looks like we only have 1 to sew. It looks like we already had the book sleeve made up for Vanessa. I'm sorry you won't get to see a book sleeve being made, but we are going to sew one up for Isabel. So we're going to sew that up real quick. We've got a couple orders, looks like 3 total. There is one that doesn't have a book sleeve, so we're going to get those done and over to the post office today, and then we'll move on to working on our big book sleeve order. just finished sewing up Isabel's book sleeve, so I'm gonna pack orders real quick. Like I mentioned yesterday, I'm not gonna film orders for the next little while, at least until I can get caught up on our big order book sleeves where I have a little bit more time. It does take a lot of time to edit all the packing videos when I'm doing the weekly vlogs, so just to save me a little time right now, I'm not gonna film those, but once I get caught up, I definitely will film those again for you guys because I know you like seeing your orders packed. So like I said, I'm gonna pack up orders real quick. We've got orders for Riley, Isabel, and Vanessa, so thank you guys so much for your orders. I really appreciate it. And for everybody that has placed an order recently, you guys mean so much to me that you want to support my small business, and I can't thank you guys all enough for that. You guys are helping us get my husband a new pickup next year, so that is our big goal personally for 2026. Now that we moved out to the farm here, it'd be nice for my husband to have a pickup, so that's our big goal for next year, and you guys are helping us reach that. So, but like I said, I'm gonna pack up orders real quick, then we are gonna hop back into sewing for our big order, and as soon as the post office opens today, I'll run all the orders over to the post office and get those mailed out. So I just went to check on Luna. Look at this goofy girl, all tucked in her heated blanket. Must be the life. When I was packing up orders, I noticed we just sold out of our little black dragon charms. We had gotten a box in last week and I just haven't had time to unpackage everything in it yet. And I know there are some charms in there, so we're gonna do those real quick. That way we can get those back in stock on Etsy and the website. And then we'll move on to working on our big book sleeve order. Just got back from the post office, so all the orders are officially on the way. Next, I'm just going to keep working on the book sleeves that we started on for author Casey Blair and just continue on those for the rest of the afternoon. My husband did say he should be home this evening, so fingers crossed we can dig out the Christmas decorations tonight, and then we'll work on taking those photos for the ornaments. So we'll catch you guys a little bit later. Hello again, friends. We are back ready to take photos. I did find my pink Christmas tree. We had to do a little bit of digging in the Christmas decorations. Not gonna lie, I have a lot of Christmas decorations. I was gonna set some out so we could decorate the studio, but I found out that we might have company this weekend, so might hold off on that until next week. We'll see. Anyways, we're gonna take pictures of the 2 new ornaments tonight. That way we can get those added to Etsy and the website. So we're gonna do that here real quick. Good morning, friends. It's actually Thursday. Yesterday I was working on book sleeves all day, just sewing away, so I figured you probably didn't want to watch any more of that. Sorry if the phone's a little shaky. My camera stand that I usually use for recording in the mornings broke, so I've got a new one on the way, so I'm just currently having to hold my phone until that one gets here. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. But anyways, I just was working on book sleeves yesterday, just sewing away. Did have a couple orders come in, so I got those sent out right away too. And then last night, about 4 o'clock, I had a box show up. It was filled with items for our Advent boxes. So all the items but 2 of them are here for our Advent boxes. So hopefully the rest of the items will be here today, and then we can start packing those Advent boxes. I also started working on some bookmarks that came in yesterday. I worked for maybe 20 minutes on them, so we're gonna finish those up real quick this morning before we get started on more book sleeves, and then we're probably just gonna spend the rest of the day sewing. So let's get started on those bookmarks. that bookmarks are done, we're going to move on to prepping some book sleeves that we can sew this afternoon. We still have quite a few to get done for our big custom order. So we're going to work on cutting down some fabric, cutting some foam, getting all those clipped together, and then we'll be sewing again this afternoon. I know it's kind of repetitive, but that's just the honest truth of running a business, especially a book sleeve business. It's a lot of cutting of fabric and a lot of sewing. So that's going to be the plan for today. So we better get started. Alright, now that book sleeves are clipped together, we're going to work on sewing those for the next couple of hours and see how many we can get done. As you can see, we were able to get a decent stack of book sleeves done today, so that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to work on finishing last week's video, which is going to be Rebecca Yarros's trip that we took. So I'm going to finish that up in the morning, and then after that, we'll be back in the studio working on, looks like we had a couple orders come in, so we're going to try and get those done tomorrow. And then if we have more time, we're going to work on more of these book sleeves. Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. I got my little sidekick here, too. Isn't she just the cutest? She loves being held like a baby. Probably because I call her Baby Luna all the time. She's my little baby. We don't have kids, so we spoil her like a little baby, huh? Yeah. Anyways, I just finished editing last week's video, which was our trip to Rebecca Yarros. I'm just waiting for that to download here. That way I can get that uploaded to YouTube. So that'll be happening here shortly. For the rest of the day, we are just going to be working on some orders. It looks like we have 4 orders that we need to get done, 3 book sleeves to sew. So we'll be working on those here, getting orders packed up. And then I think I have three left in my stack that we prepped yesterday for our big book sleeve order. So we'll work on sewing that today too. And then if we have time, I'm going to start working on some items for our advent box. Oh, hang on, Luna wants down. Oh, there you go. But anyways, this weekend I'm going to work on packing our advent boxes. I'm not going to share any of that in this week's video. Oh, Luna, it's okay. She wants to snuggle. We'll snuggle this weekend. Anyways, I'm not going to share any of the content from the advent boxes in this video. I think I'm going to save that until the week of Christmas. 1, because it's Christmas and I probably won't be filming a whole lot that week. But 2, I don't want to have any spoilers for anybody that did purchase the boxes. So I think I'm going to record everything and then we'll just share it in a couple weeks when it's Christmas. Speaking of the boxes, I did have some extra items. So I did just post some mini advent boxes. I know a couple of you guys had asked if I'd consider doing some mini boxes, so I did just put those up. They have some of the smaller items. You know, if you just didn't want to spend a whole lot, but you still want an advent box, I think there are 15 left of those, and there is 1 full advent box too. So those are up if you want them. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, there'll still be some left. But if they are not, and you want some kind of advent box, don't be afraid to reach out. Last year, I had put together a couple of custom boxes. I had a mother reach out to me. She wanted to do something for her kids, and they were cat lovers. So I put together some custom advent cat lover color boxes, which was really cool. Something a little bit different. So if you want some kind of box, you know, you love the stuff that's in the shop, but you don't really want the Nutcracker theme, just shoot me a message. I probably can put something together for you from the shop. That way you can give that as a gift or something for yourself. But yeah, those should all be up, and if they're still available, they'll be live when this video goes live on YouTube. Anyways, as soon as this video gets done downloading, I'm gonna get that uploaded and scheduled to YouTube. It's about 10:15 right now, and usually the videos go live about noon on Fridays, so I've got a little time. But as soon as that gets done, I'll get that posted, and then we're gonna start working on our book sleeves for the orders that we need to pack today. And so I was just pulling fabric for the book sleeves that we need to sew today, and it looks like we actually already had one made up. So we just have 2 book sleeves to sew, but then we also have a Kindle case insert to make. So we'll make that first, and then we'll move on to those book sleeves. Just got back from the post office, so all of your orders are officially on the way. As you can tell, Luna is a little bit wound up, so we're gonna have to throw the toy here while we're trying to sew. I'm just gonna work on the last few sleeves that we have clipped up already, and then it's probably all the time we're gonna have for sewing today. Although this evening, I think I'm gonna work on restocking a few more Christmas ornaments that just came in, so we'll get you guys after a little bit when we're working on those. There's Luna coming running down the hallway. Oh, she's got a new toy this time. What'd you find? You got a different toy? Oh, you got a puppy? Yeah. Oh, by the way, my new camera stand came in, so we'll have to try that out a little bit later here. Okay, just finished sewing up all the book sleeves that we had together. So next we're gonna work on some ornaments. I had a few damaged ones that came in when I originally placed the order for ornaments. So these are just some replacements for those damaged ones that we're gonna work on. That way we can get those added to Luna. That way we can get those added to Etsy and the website in time for our big holiday sale next week. friends, that's going to be it for today. It's also going to be the end of this week's studio vlog. I hope you enjoyed everything this week. I know it wasn't really exciting. It's just the honest truth of running a bookish small business, especially this time of year when I'm doing a lot of sewing and working on getting all of your orders out. So like I said, I know it wasn't very exciting, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Next week is going to be Thanksgiving week. It's also going to be the week that we have our big holiday sale that will be starting on Monday. So by the time that this vlog goes live, our sale will be in full mode. So if you want to score any awesome discounts, definitely check out our Etsy page and our website as well. I have all kinds of fun things planned. This weekend, I'm actually going to be scheduling all the discounts and sending out all of the fun emails and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to score any gifts for teachers or different book lovers in your life, definitely check us out. I'd love to have you support our small business. Right now, I am planning to do some fun mystery grab bags. We also have all of the gift sets that we've been working on over the last few weeks. So all kinds of fun things for the holiday sale. But like I said, that's going to be it for this week. I hope you guys stick around and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and join me again next week. We're going to be busy working on all of your orders. So I'll catch you guys again next week. Bye for now.